Hi there, Ian Spicer here, PSYCH-K instructor. This is a video about the PSYCH-K Online Level 1 workshop. So there are two different tracks you can get started with in PSYCH-K. One is the online track and the other is the in-person track. The in-person track has the basic workshop, that's the starting point. That can take you to two different options, advanced integration or master facilitation. Right? Master facilitation is going to teach you how to do high-level private sessions, personally and professionally. And advanced integration's more about accelerated growth. That advanced integration is also a stepping stone to the health and wellbeing workshop or program, and also to the divine integration retreat. With online level 1, we have online level 1 and online level 2. So online level 1 is going to teach you everything you need to know to get mastery over your own subconscious mind with PSYCH-K. It's going to teach you how to create new beliefs. It's going to teach you how to transform stress. And it's going to teach you really the art of high-speed mindset change, because that's what PSYCH-K is really all about. High-speed mindset change at the subconscious level of mind. And that's going to put you in very good stead for when you want to go and start working with others, if you do, to take level 2 online or online level 2, which is all about doing high-level private sessions personally and professionally with clients, and which is very similar to the master facilitation workshop in the in-person. The difference between level 2 and master facilitation is not very much. The only difference is you won't learn in-person muscle testing, so you won't be learning how to push someone else's arm down. In the level 2, it'll all be working at a distance, either on the phone or video calls. You'll be doing the extra in-person muscle testing with master facilitation. Anyway, so what are you going to get from the level 1 training? So first and foremost, you're going to start experiencing incredible changes in the workshop. Yeah, you're going to you're going to get a great sense of confidence, you're going to get a great sense of momentum moving forward with PSYCH-K. And that's very important to have, to already be seeing these changes and be in forward motion. To start really getting the big picture of what's actually possible for you to be able to do is going to definitely happen for you when you're in the PSYCH-K Online Level 1. You're also going to start developing a deep sense of inner peace. Now, our originator, Rob Williams, wrote a wonderful book called The Missing Piece, PSYCH-K, The Missing Piece, P-E-A-C-E, in your life. And this is what it's all about. Once we start breaking out of this prison of limiting beliefs and stress that we're all in, our default state is actually a state of inner peace. And even in the workshop, you'll start to experience that. And over the days, weeks, and months afterwards, that's going to get more and more powerful. Okay? The other thing that's going to happen is you're going to be able to start taking action towards your goals that you previously were unable to do. Right? You're going to be able to get out of your own way. You're going to be able to stop self-sabotaging. We've all got important goals that we want to go and achieve, but we always find ourselves getting in our own way. The PSYCH-K balance process is going to just be able to get us out of our own way so we can start like literally moving towards our goals faster than ever and really become a prolific goal achiever. And I'm not just talking about your high priority goals, because once you get in the PSYCH-K zone, you're going to realize how fast it's going to be to start making these changes. And once you've completed those high priorities, you're going to be able to look at this as a whole of life process and be able to start upgrading every area of your life. The things that you're doing well, you're going to be able to do even better. The things you're experiencing, wonderful things, you're going to be able to experience them at a higher level, and things you're struggling with, you're going to be able to just get back into forward momentum with them. And that's really the first major difference that PSYCH-K has over almost everything else, is the speed. Right? It's just fast. When we start working with PSYCH-K, it's going to take us probably 10 minutes or less to do a transformation process, right? Generally, with a bit of practice, generally under 5 minutes. And so what we're going to be able to do is this thing that I call wholesale upgrading our system. And no one's ever really put that to the test before, because it's always taken us so long to make these changes. But now we've got this high-speed mindset change process. Really, you're only limited by your own creativity and your own imagination. So it's fast, it's super fast, right? We also call it the shortcut to change. The second thing is that we get wonderful clarification, confirmation, should I say, or verification at the end of each transformation process, which we call a balance. At the end of every balance, we get confirmation, not only with the muscle testing, right, to know that the process has been successful, that we've created the new belief or we've transformed the stress, but also through our conscious verification, we'll feel different about the situation, right? If we had a EEG brain mapping machine, we'd also be able to show that before and after every PSYCH-K balance process, from a physical aspect, all of our brain processing capacity gets turned on when we do a PSYCH-K balance process. And I love that. So we're not only creating new subconscious beliefs and transforming stress, we're also turning on all of our brain processing resources. So it's fast, it's verifiable, and the last thing is it's hardwired. It's long-lasting change, or as long-lasting as the subconscious is. And that's also wonderful. So we don't have to keep going back and doing these processes again and again. You're going to do probably 30 to 40 transformation processes, PSYCH-K balance processes in the level 1 workshop. And that's just going to give you a great personal experience and great confidence. If you were doing the basic workshop as a starting point, you're probably going to do 4 or 5 PSYCH-K balance processes with yourself. Most of the focus of the in-person basic is going to be working with another person in person, so pushing someone else's arm down. You'll probably do 15 balance processes facilitating for someone else. They'll do 15 for you, and you'll probably do 4 or 5, maybe 6 with yourself. So you don't get that same level of confidence, so you've got to do a bit more practice after the basic. But you definitely get that in the online level 1. So what is it all about? So the logistics are that the workshop is 7 hours a day for 3 days, online level 1. And you can attend from anywhere in the world. You attend via Zoom, so you can attend from home or wherever is most comfortable for you. Normally, in my workshops, I'll do 3 hours. I'll have an hour break for lunch or dinner, whatever the time is you're doing it, and then another 3 hours with some mini breaks in the morning and the afternoon, or the first and the second session. The workshops are always small and very personal. You're not sitting there just watching me talking and having to make notes. They're fully interactive, and you're fully involved the whole way through the process. We call it accelerated learning process. So each part of the PSYCH-K process that you're learning, I'll be demonstrating what we're going to learn. We're going to be practicing, and then we're going to be debriefing, practicing, debriefing for each part of the recipe to make up the PSYCH-K cake at the end that's going to give us that mastery over our subconscious mind. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to go really, really quickly. You'll get all your questions answered, and if you need any help afterwards, I'm here to back you up if you end up doing the workshop. So know that you'll never get left behind. So this could be for somebody that is a high achiever, someone that is already super high functioning, high achiever, maybe even someone that wants to do this professionally, coach, therapist, or it could be for somebody that's really struggling with life that just wants to get back in the game. It doesn't matter what age. I've had people from 8 years old up to 88 years old in the workshops, people with triple degrees and people with no education at all. It's very simple to learn these processes, but the benefit is going to be profound for everybody who attends. Okay, so who are the kind of people that would be interested in this level 1? Firstly, somebody that's interested in personal transformation, because that's what this is all about. 30 to 40 balance processes of personal transformation. That's a lot, right? So you're going to get a great experience. For anyone that wants to do that, first and foremost, this is the workshop you want to start with. It could also be for somebody that wants to evaluate PSYCH-K from a personal perspective before going and investing the additional resources into doing the other workshops, right? Whether that's in person or online, right? The travel and all of that kind of stuff. It could also be for somebody that already knows they want to work professionally with other people or personally. They want to do the PSYCH-K online level 2 workshop, and they know that the online level 1 is the stepping stone for getting there. So the last person could be somebody that is just geographically challenged or resource challenged, just want to get started. You know, you can catch up on all the rest of it later, and that's what I recommend. However you get started, just get started as fast as you can and start experiencing those changes. So I personally teach the online level 1 workshop in 3 different time zones most months. So I'll teach in the UK, Europe time zone, the North America time zone, and also the Australia or Asia Pacific time zone every month. So wherever you are in the world, there should always be a workshop you should be able to do during the day, or another time zone that you could probably do in the evening time for most people. But all of those dates are on my website, and if you'd like to do that with me, I'll be honoured to share this process with you. So what's in the workshop? So firstly, we're going to learn the foundation information. This is all of the great information you need to know about the importance of beliefs. You need to know how PSYCH-K works. And to know a bit more about that, it's really good to understand a bit more about some basic neuroscience, how the brain works, something called split brain theory or brain dominance theory, and also how that works, the brain, the physical aspect of the brain with the energetic aspect of the mind. So the brain and the mind, brain is more like the processing chip for our system, and the mind is more like the hard drive. The subconscious is like the hard drive where all of those programs are stored. And we're going to work with 3 different parts of the mind: the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and we're going to work directly with the subconscious mind, and the superconscious mind, which is also could be referred to as your spirit or your higher self. And all those 3 parts of our mind and the way the brain works are all fundamental in understanding to know and understand how a PSYCH-K balance works so quickly and so effortlessly to make these wonderful changes, whether it's either creating a new belief or transforming distress, which net result turns on our brain processing capacity. So foundation information is great. Then we start the practical. Muscle testing is the first thing we learn. In online level 1, we learn self-muscle testing. We learn a number of different ways to muscle test with ourselves. And this is really important because our subconscious mind doesn't speak, doesn't answer when we ask it what's going on, and the conscious mind doesn't know what's going on there. So it's really important to have that communication medium to the subconscious. Self-muscle testing is going to give you that, and you're going to get great confidence with that throughout the workshop. It also is going to guide us through the balance process and let us know when the changes have happened. If you do the basic workshop in person, you're going to learn in-person muscle testing, so how to push someone else's arm down. We don't learn that in level 1, we're only doing self-muscle testing. And if you do level 2, you're going to learn something called surrogation, which is being able to use our own self-muscle testing and create a link up with our partner wherever they are, and be able to do the muscle testing on their behalf through our own physicality, through our own self-muscle testing, just so you know the differences between those. So we're going to learn muscle testing. I'll describe it, I'll demonstrate it, we'll practice it, then we'll come back and debrief, practice, debrief until we've all got a good sense of it, and then we're going to move on. And then we're going to learn the balance process, the PSYCH-K balance process, which is called the New Direction Balance. This is the 7-step process that will enable us to create a new hardwired subconscious belief in under 10 minutes generally when we get started, and under 5 minutes with a little bit of practice in any area of life. We're going to start working with generic goal statements in areas like self-esteem, relationships, prosperity, health and body. But then, and we're going to start on day 1 creating those beliefs ourselves. So you'll go home at the end of day 1 already knowing how to create new beliefs. We'll come back day 2. We're going to learn how to create our own goal statements. This is very important because this is the creative work of our life, creating our subconscious mind. And understanding the language of the subconscious is absolutely vital to being able to create beautiful goal statements that represent our intentions that we want to see, so we can program those at the subconscious mind. Then it can support us to go and really make those changes more powerfully than ever in our life. We're going to learn how to create our own goal statements. We're also going to learn how to take the wisdom of masters. So for example, Gandhi or Buddha or Rumi, we're going to be able to take their wisdom, and rather than just leave it as a quote for our social media, we're going to be able to take it and, keeping the original context of that wisdom, be able to internalize that as a hardwired subconscious belief that will be our wisdom then. Right? This is a big idea. I call it standing on the shoulders of giants like never before, if you've heard that term before. But like never before, right? Because we're actually putting it in the system, not just going, that's a great idea, I'll remember it. We're also going to be able to take the knowledge from books. So your favorite books on leadership, team building, communication, happiness, spirituality, health, and take the key ideas from those books and also internalize them, that knowledge, and make that wisdom your wisdom as well. So that's another great aspect of this workshop. After we've learned how to create goal statements, we're going to do something different, which is transforming the perception of stress. This is a modified version of the New Direction Balance, which is to create new beliefs through goal statements, where we're going to be able to take any distress, whether it's a fear or a phobia, whether it's a loss, a grief, whether it's a negative emotion, mental overwhelm, even physical pressures, whether they're post-traumatic, present distresses in our life or something that hasn't happened yet, complex or simple, and start working with them with PSYCH-K balance processes to transform all of that into a state of peace and non-attachment. Being able to create new beliefs and be able to transform stress are really the two key parts of the PSYCH-K process that are the foundations for us to be able to start creating our new subconscious that is designed to support us in the life that really is going to be our dreams and wishes, right? To create a subconscious that is going to support us living a life that is really heaven on earth. And that's why you might have heard Dr. Bruce Lipton say, if you do PSYCH-K, you can walk through the valley of darkness and experience life like it is heaven on earth, because it's all about our perceptions and we can change them all now with PSYCH-K. Right, so we're going to learn transform perception of stress, or TPS we call that. And then we're going to learn secondary gains, more about that later, and then we're going to bring it all together in a session where we can work with ourselves to come up with multiple balances, either transforming stress or creating new beliefs to really support us and our goals. So when we take those action towards those goals, we have not just one but multiple aspects of our subconscious supporting us to help propel us forward in that mission for ourselves. And so then you can work on literally any area of your life you like. And there's always something you're going to be able to do, no matter where you're at, if you've got PSYCH-K in your back pocket. So let's talk about the benefits again. The benefits are going to be deep sense of inner peace you're going to create. You're going to be able to become, literally a prolific goal achiever. We say in PSYCH-K, you can turn life into a self-fulfilling prophecy rather than a day-to-day struggle. Right? And your average state of consciousness is just going to get better and better the more you do. And you're not going to understand what I truly mean by that until you start using it. Then you're going to be like, wow, I don't know how I ever lived without this process. The differences with PSYCH-K is that it's fast, it's like quick, it's simple. We call it the high-speed mindset change, or the shortcut to change. It's long-lasting, it's hardwired change, and we get verification as soon as the changes are made, so we know we're getting things done. You're going to absolutely love the workshop. It's going to go very quickly. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to meet some great like-minded people, a small group of like-minded people. You're going to have all the support you need to back you up to make this really count in your life. And if you'd like to attend one of my workshops, I'd be honored to share this with you. I'll promise to deliver as much from my hard drive up here to you guys as I can in the time we have together. And so if you want to book a workshop, check out my website. All the dates are there. Book in. If you've got more questions, you can always send me an email, or you can sign up for a free discovery call if you've got any more questions. And other than that, have a great PSYCH-K day, and I look forward to meeting you very soon.